And the doors are open to our house!
And coming up on tonight's show, we've got chat and an amazing live acoustic performance by the Uzual Suspectz.
But coming up first and proving that hip-hop is not dead in Manchester, please give it up for the amazing Urban Knights!
Yeah, it's Meany. Uzual Suspectz. Manchester's most wanted. Listen. Like he's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. Like he's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. We're all about extortion, even little kiddies know. Charge a tenner each to show the face in the video. I'm sick to death of living in the poverty, looking to make mills and I ain't relying on the lottery. Funny how a little change could change how my life is. Walk in the Prada shop and not look at prices. I waited more than a while for my papes, and he got to Dre Luke to put a smile on my face. I've done told him the hood is real base. A circumcised shotgun and make me feel safe. Turn up to heaven dead, still I'm bound for life. Cesarean, your wife, Meany and don't my bars overpowering. Practice makes perfect, that's why I'm putting hours in, no really. They get near me, not nearly. It seems I inspire every MC that hears me. Me and them, we can't be licking in the same spot. One reason we ain't pissing in the same spot. Stay out the wrong neck of the woods. My boys will stamp on your face if you step on the drugs. Put a leash on your wife, or a beat up your wife. Tryna feel up my she gon' feel up my ride. And if he wants beef, we can meet up tonight. Nowadays, we throw the sleeves up to fight. I'm the reason mass men tied up your peeps. My boys are like lampposts, we light up the shoes. They hear this and that, but when they see me, I think it's dead, grab me up with a JCB. She's ill, I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mom like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. She's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mom like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. Started off with half ounce and I'd bag it into tens. Ride round the hood trying to slang it to my friends. But now I struggle cause it's in my day's hustle. Get the phone to bubble that I'd make my way double. Up and down the street non-stop till the neighbours want rid of me. I might take my time but it's doorstep delivery. My side man is scared to blink the eye. When we sin to survive it, if we did we die. All these boys leave me beans from my bags of green. Makes a man tell his mum hit the cash machine. Drop the price down, I'm done with the starter fee. The half of our started turning into half a fee. When everybody's dead, that's when the drama will stop. And the play clothes police, they're getting harder to spot. I'm frequently followed by good squad detectives. Recruiting tensions and trying to objectives. So why did you get trapped out? Cause feds know my background, they'll push me to the point where I ride round mass now. Why you so weak? Cause everybody smokes bud, and if I didn't sell it, then the next man would. If you want a name for pen, go check for me. Everybody in the hood, they're in debt for me. They pay me every Friday, so I think, well, it's the reason I give out more ticks than a night shot. He's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. I got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. He's ill, I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. I mean these gate locks, I spying the ladies. Can't wait till the music's multiplying my wages, and it puts me in the flyest Mercedes. I fuck her all night like I'm trying to maybe. If you talk about the nights, don't talk like we're robberies. Bring things out, all we hear is apologies. Sorry, it's too late. I know the shot he said he wouldn't, but the shot is too late. Fuck your full truths, I'm like, where's the boss? Right hand man run, in the stadium up. Who's the rude boy? Come and stare him out. He's got 12 big shells and he'll share them out. Like how's this little white boy, big in the game. Exchange your wife for a night, I gotta give it the ring. Write my name on her head so it's stick in the brain. But there's a few other things that stick in the brain. Like a ice pick, a knife stick, rusted knife. We're giving you not to be trusted, right? I think we're gonna fight tonight, cause I'm hungry like a wine and pint. See, it's hard to look on the right side of life when you're trying to find what's left of the right side of life. The moral of the story, envy to it. Watch him out, rather have a dentist do it. Like he's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. Got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will. Like he's ill and I'm ill, and we be living in Grimesville. I got a mouth like a 9mm. None of that if she will, I will.
That was the fantastic urban night. What needs to be said more? Fantastic. As you can see, I'm here chilling on the couch with my friends Jay, Darren and Rio. We're the important people around here. But where's Claire? I think she's in the dining room.
You may have the sofa, Steve, but I'm stood here with the most important people.
DJ Howie,
Peter.
Lewis,
I'm Arch.
Jules.
It's the Usual Suspects. Thanks for coming, guys. Really excited, and it's a pleasure to have you here. First of all, I want to talk to you all about the Usual Suspects. How did you get together? Pete?
I bought a computer, basically, is the bottom line. Started writing some songs and wrote in the Usual Suspects to help me out and finish them off, really. And then it's just progressed from there. I don't think we had any idea of doing anything apart from writing some songs to begin with, but then we've got a drummer to try and play them out live. We've got, got a DJ, and then it's just gone on and on and on. We thought we might as well do a gig now that we're all going on up and running.
it's just progressing now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just gone on and on and on. Basically.
So were you all in bands previously then?
Me and Arch were. This is his first time this guy's ever sung, basically.
Not today.
Not today.
I'm the outsider.
Julian's been in plenty of bands before, and DJ's got a name for himself
Right.
around Manchester as a house DJ.
Excellent. So it's the first time you've sung?
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a karaoke king and all that, but
Weddings.
Peter wrote a
Right.
few tunes and that, and we was singing them, and that's where it progressed really. Like
He
you
turned
said.
up at me little. I had a little flat in the
Drunk.
studio in it, and he turned up drunk, and I had some songs wrote, and he said he could do them better. So I said, well, go on then, and he did, and did them better, and the rest is.
Which was rather annoying because we'd known Chris, he'd sort of hung around the band that me and Pete were in 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Helping us out, carrying stuff, and then
nobody ever knew he could sing.
we ended up looking for
I
a
didn't
singer
know
for
he
about
could
5 years, and he was hanging around going, I don't know anybody. And lo and behold, all we had to do was buying 10 pints of lager, and he was there all the time.
So how long have you guys been together then?
Me and Arch, over 10 years, and like I say, with Lewis joining us about 18 months,
Yeah,
2 years.
We've been gigging for a year, so
Yeah, just
Right.
pretty much just after a year that the five of us have been
Yeah.
together, really. So.
So were you known as the Usual Suspects, you two together, or is it
Teaser,
just...
we was
called
known
Teaser.
as,
Oh, right,
way
okay.
back in the day.
In the 90s.
Way back in the day, but yeah, the Usual Suspects is now.
And you've been gigging ever since then?
Yeah, pretty much so, yeah. We've been quite busy lately. We've got In the City coming up, we've got an album launch coming up
Yeah.
in November.
Okay.
We're in the studio.
Yeah. You've got your own studio?
We have, yeah, we've got Suspect Studio, which
Yeah.
we opened back end of last year,
yeah,
was
it was,
it?
yeah.
It's open to the public, it kind of pays the rent and keeps us all active, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and you touched on there, you're in the city. When is that?
6th of October,
Yeah.
which is a Monday night, which is a bit of... you can say when these industry conferences are, but they like to do it on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
Well, still come.
rather than a Saturday night, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we're on the Monday night, Jebber's Clegg,
Yeah.
about 10 o'clock, which is going to be a good lineup, actually.
Yeah, you're on with the 66.
We're on with the 66, we're on with the Score, we're on with
Whiskey Cats.
Whiskey Cats are headlining, which are a fantastic band. Dial, who are going to be on the show
Yeah.
at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think that's right, I think it's about 6. It
Six
starts at 5
to seven
o'clock.
bands is £6 a ticket. It's absolute bargain.
Yeah.
£6 a ticket. Did you get that one?
Well,
Bargain.
I'll definitely be there, definitely.
Got
And you mentioned you've got your album coming out. When's that due out?
November, the end of November is supposed to be.
29th.
Yeah.
We've got an album launch on the 29th at
Yeah.
Moho Live on the 29th Saturday
I
night.
believe George is coming to that.
George
Friend
is-
of the show,
Yeah,
George.
George is opening up for us that night. He's
Yeah.
he's going to be one of the support acts for it.
So if you like good music and sweets, get down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And where can we get your album from?
You can get it off iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
Just go straight to iTunes, look up The Usual Suspects. Put Zs in it though, because The Usual Suspects, it's a big film, we couldn't get the .com, basically. So put your Zs in it, UZUAL, Suspects with a Z on the end, and it'll go straight to iTunes and you'll be able to download them.
Yeah.
79p a track.
There's 4 tracks up.
Bargain.
There's 4 tracks up already.
Yeah.
And, the rest will be up, as we say.
It's
towards
basically
the
a
end of the year.
teaser for the album.
Yeah.
Basically, we've released an EP, and then come 29th of November, you'll be able to download the full album.
Yeah. Can we hear them on your MySpace?
You can hear 4 of the tracks on the MySpace, which is www.myspace.com/Usual Suspects. Don't put the in front.
And there's a bit of a live video on there, which is very professionally shot.
Yes. Where was that shot again?
I'm not sure where it was, but I seem to recognise a few faces.
Yeah, yeah.
It was at the Academy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That shot.
Yeah. So what have you got coming up? Anything exciting? Any new ventures apart from your album, obviously?
Our house, obviously.
We've been doing a lot of work with Urban Nights as well.
Yeah,
You've got that
Yeah.
later
we've
as well.
got some work to do with Urban Nights, and like I said, the studio keeps us busy.
Yeah.
We're sort of like we're not pushing ourselves until in the city until our album launch because
Yeah.
we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Basically, to get the album finished. And,
Yeah, there's that trick of recording it before we actually release it, which we've got to master yet.
yeah. But we've got the release date, so we have to get it recorded.
Okay.
And it will be done by the 29th of November.
Yeah, and you're going to be performing live for us now, a bit of an acoustic set.
Bit of an acoustic.
I'm going to go back to Steve now because I know you're absolutely boiling under these lights,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
sweating. So I'll let you set up your acoustic.
Okay.
Steve, on the sofa.
And then he said, no, but only on a Wednesday. That's a good one. But if you can do better than that, then feel free to get in contact with us. You can come to our website at www.ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. You can send us an email at mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk, or you can look us up on the FBFB. That's the fan base Facebook on, well, Facebook. Look us up. You enjoying that, didn't you? Happy chappy down here. So for right now, let's leave all this levity aside and let's get back to some hardcore, fantastic music with the Uzual Suspectz.
The Uzual Suspectz. It's an Our House exclusive. For all the things I see, said it right in front of me. And I hold my cup. You spend some time with me, finding the reason why. Would you listen to what I say? If I lay head down and down, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? The times you thought I lied, you should've listened to what I said. The thoughts inside my mind, better kept to me instead. There's nothing left to know. Why do you open, watch me go? The choices that you make, gotta take it nice and slow. If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I jump before you push, would you say I wrote my life? There's no reason for fuss, there is you bad enough. Did you list all my faults? Did you do it by yourself? In your mind you had that, you should've left me on a shelf. If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? You always kick me anyway. You gotta kick me anyway. Kick me anyway. You gotta kick me anyway. If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway? If I try to make your day, would you kick me anyway?
Usually when there's a lineup, there is usually only one real suspect. Usually when there is an art house, there is usually live music. These are the Uzual Suspectz.
Howie, no!
You asked for me, I didn't come asking for you.
Stop turning it into the Howie show! You're supposed to be here for the Usual Suspects!
In a world where nothing is what it seems. You've got to look beyond the usual suspects.
It's time for some fun and games once again in the dining room with today. It's Steve's totally unconnected with any other intellectual property word association game. Yay! On my left we have
Laura.
And on my right we have
Rick.
Nice to meet you. Muppet, is your real name Muppet?
It could be.
It could be Muppet, okay. Right, the rules to this game are very simple. I'm going to say a word, then you have to say the first word that is connected to that word that comes to your mind. If you're saying the same word twice, hesitate too long, or end up in other way repeating yourself or contradicting, then you lose. And it's the best of three. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first word is going to be directed to you, Laura.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
And let's start. Cheesecake.
New York.
Big Apple.
Granny Smith.
Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom!
No, we're going with that. Cabin.
Huh?
Cabin.
Log.
Forest.
Tree.
Apple.
Oh, you've already had apple.
Big apple.
No, that's still apple, I'm afraid. So it's 1 point to you. It's 1 point to you. Okay. You ready? Right. Let's keep the sales talk to a minimum, shall we? Unless, of course, you want to sponsor us, at which point... Right, your word is hammer.
Screwdriver.
Saw.
Chisel.
Woodwork.
Metalwork.
School.
College.
Learn.
Direct.
Film.
Radio.
Head.
Shoulders.
To cry on.
To yawn on.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but let's get going.
To sleepy.
Tired.
Bed.
Oh, that's too long, so that is one apiece. Right, this one is for the infamous can of beer.
Go on, beer!
Right, so this is for the final one. Are you ready, Laura?
Yes.
Remote control.
Television.
Radio.
Head.
Chest.
Knees.
Feet.
Smell.
Nice.
Perfume.
Deodorant.
Man.
Woman.
Baby.
Child.
Play.
Vest.
Knickers.
Bra.
Hooks.
Rail.
Oh,
Track.
track. Go on.
Train.
Steam.
Electric.
Iron.
Clothes.
Close or clothes?
Clothes.
Clothes, right. Jeans.
T-shirt.
Green.
Red.
He's got a green t-shirt on. Come on,
Traffic
Red.
light.
Cars.
Petrol.
Diesel.
Oil.
Liquid.
Vodka.
Brandy.
St. Bernard.
Dog.
Cat.
Tortoise.
Tortoise. Lettuce.
Animal. Lettuce.
Carrot.
Dark.
Lettuce and dark.
Carrot.
Carrot.
Eat carrots, you eat in the dark.
Oh, right. Eyes.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Sunglasses.
Oh, that's too close to glasses. That's too close to glasses, Rick. Well, commiserations. Can we have a round of applause for Rick, please? I'm sorry about that, Rick. Laura, that's it. Big round of applause. Laura, you win the can of beer,
Thank you very much.
which, as you can see, has got no label on it whatsoever.
Get your coat.
Give us a sec, lads. As you can see, the can has got no label on it whatsoever. However, if you want us to peel off this label, you might want to sponsor us at some point in the future.
Hello, my name's Jane. Welcome to our house.
You know, we've given you a lot here on our house. We've given you some great bands. We've given you some top quality guests. And now we're giving you even more. Yes, that's right. Courtesy of our friends at GameStop in Stockport, where you can sell your DVDs and games for cash. We have got several goodie bags to give away. Now, all you have to do to win one of these absolutely amazing prizes is to simply tell us what fighting game was made into a film starring Robert Patrick. If you think you know, get in contact with us at mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk and simply mark your email competition. That's all you have to do. And for right now, I need to get back to staring enigmatically into the distance. Oh, 1 second. Ooh, that's better. Right, welcome to the bathroom and welcome to this brand new section called On the Blog, where we answer your questions, queries and all the rest of the stuff that you've been sending to us through Facebook, MySpace, or through our email address at mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. So now, let's see what's first. Okay, this is from Zach, and he asks, most of the talent is unsigned on your show. Where did you get them from? It's very simple. We got them through places like Facebook, MySpace. So if you're on there and you want to get in touch with us, feel free, because you never know, you might end up on our show. As well as that, if you've also got some really good talent and you think that we need to come to your next gig, let us know and we'll follow along. Next question. Do you just interview unsigned bands, or will you include major label bands in the future? And that's from Heather in Longsight. Or put simply, we're going to interview anyone that we can get on the show. There are some fantastic unsigned bands out there at the moment, so that's really what we're aiming for at the moment. But if you're on a major label and you want to plug your new album, get in touch. You too could end up on our couch being interviewed by Claire. Next one, and from the Toilets Dispenser of Doom, is, where do you get your funding? And that's from Rushcorn. Well, sorry to say, Rushcorn, we're entirely self-funded. Everything that you see is paid for out of our own pockets. The cameras, the lighting rig. The only things that we don't pay for are the wonderful, wonderful audience members that come here every week. However, if you want to sponsor us, feel free, get in touch. You know the email address. It's mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. Feel free to get in touch, especially if you're an alcohol manufacturer. This next one is from Nick in Rusholme, and he asks, where do you see the show in 5 years' time? 5 years' time, we fully expect to be taking over the world. We expect to have an Our House not only here, but also in America, Australia, Russia, Australia, maybe even Canada, and failing that, Australia. Hey, next one off the bog roll is... Why don't you get a camera crew that can stop laughing?
Because you're not getting paid.
I'm killing you. Okay, and the next one off the bog roll is, why don't you ever get a proper actor in to host the show? And that is from Archie in Bernage. Well, Archie in Bernage, you also saw fit to include a photograph. The only thing I have to say to you is, we'll get a proper actor in the moment you get a proper haircut. And we've got a few more here. These are a couple of comments. I think the show is great. We need more stuff actually on TV like it. And that's from Sandy in Edinburgh. Hello, Sandy in Edinburgh. Thank you very much for tuning in. And this is the last one for today. It's from Martin in Liverpool. He says, effing awesome. I'll be telling lots of people who much miss this type of show on the TV. Thank you very much, Martin. Well, that's all for this week. for on the blog. But remember, if you've got any questions, comments, queries or quandaries, feel free to get in touch at mail@outhouse-manchester.co.uk.
Come on, Steve, get out of the house, the show's over. That means you two and you spray some air freshener in here. Oh.
Goes up to the opposite side of the road, puts her mind at ease by telling me she already knows. And who is he? Claim that he's never been down this road, 'cause he's a liar, and I know she already told me so. Did ever think that I would be such a fool to you, fool to you? So why tell me lies just to get to where you wanted to? But now that you'll find that you said that you would be there too, and there were the nights that you sat alone and wiped your eyes. But I think you'll find that you never came and asked me, never even asked me why. How many times? 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 Phones trying to change what we already know. Things can change, things never seem to stay the same. So why tell these lies just to get to where you wanted to? But now that you find she said that you would be there too. There were the nights that you had to sit alone and wipe your eyes. But I think you find out the reason is you never asked me why. How many frowns and how many faces do I have to put before you go? Your head conversation filled with revelations, you're the one I need to know.